Hello and welcome to Logica TV. If you want to know about the latest innovations happening around the transportation industry, then Lift is the solution you should be looking at. And to talk more about Lift, we have Sarvottam Kini joining us today. Sarvottam is the proposition manager for the Lift solution. Hello Sarvottam and welcome.
Hi Mustafa, thanks for having me on.
First of all, tell us what does Lift stand for and how was this conceived?
The LIFT stands for Logica Intelligent Freight and Transportation Solution. This idea was actually conceived about 2 years back in one of our innovation camps. We took that idea forward and did some basic market research and analysis of the idea. And we identified that the logistics industry has a huge gap in terms of IT implementation and services. What this industry lacks is precise information about where your shipment is, what is happening with your shipment, and what is the problems and any associated values you require on the shipment. There is a large number of people associated within the supply chain. What typically happens is the data is not available, or it is held within closed systems and is simply not available to the people who need it the most. What the LIFT solution aims to do is bring the data to the right people who can use it so that they can analyze and create efficiencies within the systems which were previously not possible. Due to the large number of stakeholders within a typical supply chain, what happens is the data is either missing or it is not available to the correct people. As the data itself is not available, what happens is the key people within the supply chain are not able to forecast availability of goods. They're not able to analyze and identify opportunities for improvements in a consistent manner. The LIFT solution aims at providing advanced information services for the freight and transportation industry. It creates a basis for a cargo platform which is context aware, it is self-aware, and it is connected. Our aim is to create a platform which fulfills the needs of stakeholders across the global supply chain.
You've spoken about many gaps that are existing in the industry today. So how does Lift help in addressing any of these?
We believe by implementing the LIFT solution, this current wastage can be reduced to about 5%. This is a savings in massive economic terms. This solution enhances the visibility of assets across the global supply chain. It enables the stakeholders, the manufacturers, the retailers to understand what is happening with their shipment and what condition it is. Our solution combines both hardware technologies and software technologies. The hardware platform, which is a tagging system which tags on to the containers, is a set of sensors and communication technologies which we have combined to create a solution which can communicate back to a software backend. The software backend acts on this information and creates intelligent data and intelligent reports which can be supplied to the various stakeholders to enable intelligent decision making.
I understand that the system is a combination of hardware and software components. Can you elaborate a little bit more on the hardware unit?
The hardware system consists of actually 3 primary parts. The Logica unit, which is a seal which identifies when the container door has been opened and at what times it has been accessed. It consists of an environmental sensing unit, the purpose of which is it contains multiple sensors, a variety of sensors which is useful for the stakeholders. These sensors are typically like a temperature sensor, a humidity sensor, a vibration sensor, and an RFID reader. The third main component of this hardware system is the communication unit. What we've tried to do is collate this information being gathered from the sensor and transmit it using various technologies, either via satellite or via Wi-Fi.
You have mentioned quite a few sensors as part of the hardware unit. So that means there would be a lot of data generated. So how is this data handled?
The software solution part which I had mentioned is actually a central system which collates all this data being communicated from each of one of these devices. The solution basically collates this data, it stores this data within a database, and it makes sure that it acts intelligently on this data. For example, we can create workflows based on the data which is coming into the system. One common example is, for example, reefer systems. For reefer systems, temperature control is a key primary attribute. So if the temperature goes below a certain threshold level, what we can do is the software solution can send out email or SMS alerts to concerned stakeholders, identifying that there is a potential issue within the system.
Thanks, Sarvottam. We look forward to a lot more on this front from Logica.
Thanks, Muslim.
So that was Lift, Logica's innovative proposition that will soon become the heartbeat of the global supply chain.